What's the thing
Yeah.
that Trump has to do to save us?
So I guess I would start by saying I think I know exactly what the problem is that he's facing, and this is the problem that any future president would face as well. The American people, and by and large, this is a generalization, but by and large, the American people have lost a lot of control over their own government and over their own country. I think a lot of public servants in Washington have forgotten that they work for the American people, and they've taken on their own political agenda. And I would specifically say that applies to Doge and the fact that we have hundreds and hundreds of federal agencies with their own staffing, their own funding, and they're run by unelected bureaucrats who operate with very little government oversight and even less oversight from voters and taxpayers themselves. And that's what Doge has uncovered. It's, call it corruption, call it mismanagement, waste, fraud, abuse, whatever it is. The American people need to get back into the driver's seat. And I think Trump came along in 2016 and was so revolutionary as he came down the escalator, leaving the elites of DC and coming down to meet the people where they were in a very grassroots way, showing us that what we face more often than not is, it's like Reagan once said, the government doesn't solve problems, it subsidizes them. I think that's true in many cases, and I think we've seen that now. So the question is, I think the biggest thing, I guess, for Trump to do is try to get the Doge cuts codified into law. We need a renormalization. We have to look at permanent Washington and turn over every single stone. We need to know what our own government is up to. And from there, it's up to the American people, honestly, to save their own country. One man can only do so much, especially when given 4 years, and especially given everything he's been through and all of the attacks on him. So I think we have to be cautious here to make sure we don't put all the eggs into that basket, because looking at 2028 and beyond, it's up to the American citizens, people like you and me, Sam, honestly, to get involved, get into politics, run at the local level, talk about these issues. We have to take ownership of our own country again. That's the big problem I see facing us today. And I know we don't all always agree with each other, but we're all we've got, and America really is the final frontier. This is the core pillar of Western civilization. And if America falls, the rest of it falls, truthfully. So that's the way I see it. I could be wrong, but I feel very strongly about that.